Howdy, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the TGCO Gaming Frontier here. And it's time for the grand finale of DmC Devil May Cry, as Crunch puts us through the post-game DLC Vergil's Downfall. This was basically meant to be sequel bait for a possible sequel to DmC Devil May Cry, but well, as you could probably imagine, that didn't happen. So here we are.
And as you can see, our menu is blue and has a sword on it instead of Dante amidst a bunch of women, like the normal game.
It's blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Saw that coming.
What happened to us, Father? Dante betrayed me. There's nothing left for me here. Is this home?
Vergil. Vergil.
Mother?
Sorry, I was waiting for the game to give me control. Honestly, yeah, I like them. Because it's a stylized choice.
Yeah.
Makes them
It's
different.
I mean, it's alright,
Yes.
but the problem is they look like a little bit sloppy at times. Like,
Well, it's stylization, so.
Exactly.
And you're also
I
picky
guess.
as fuck, so.
that is valid.
Alright,
Also,
so. What?
what the hell happened to Virgil's old hair? He looks a little bit disheveled.
Well, this takes place literally right after the end of the main game, so Dante literally just kicked his ass and stabbed him through the chest. You'd be looking a little bit like shit, too, if you'd been through that.
I mean, true, but you don't know that.
Yeah, like you would do any better. No, actually, you would be dead.
My amulet. It's gone.
What do you mean, where's the dialogue?
I can hear the sound effects, but I don't hear much dialogue. When he said the amulet, it's gone, I didn't hear anything.
Same here.
He said it.
Oh, strange. Is it like some sort of weird audio glitch on our end?
I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing it just fine, so it'll be in the recording.
Well, that's good at least. So, okay, as I was trying to say before, Crunch, as someone who has played the other DmC games, let me ask you a question. How exactly is it? What is it like controlling this version of Vergil compared to his his earlier game and later game counterparts?
So the main thing about the other versions of Vergil is that he has, I want to say, much more expanded moveset just because he has more to work with. So this version of Vergil right now, the only thing I can really do is like basic sword combos with Yamato. As we get further on, he will unlock his demon and angel sides, but unlike with Dante, he doesn't get any new weapons to go with them. He just gets new attacks that he can do with Yamato.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I hear the audio now.
Might have just been an audio mixing thing. The earlier ones might have been quiet.
Are you lost?
Maybe, yeah.
Damn you, Dante.
Okay, that was weird. I heard Dante, but then I didn't hear Vergil.
I don't know. Let me look at the audio. Nope, everything's on, so I don't know what's...
That's weird.
I don't know. Like I said, it'll be in the main video, so...
That's true. So we're gonna have the editing coming on the the tier list video.
Still in progress. That is a massive fucking video. As I've been mentioning several times. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I don't have that, but I have this. Okay. So, Vergil, speaking of, as for, like, differences between him and Dante, Vergil doesn't use any guns, for those who know anything about Vergil. What he does have is he has swords that he can throw around. These things.
Yeah.
These are his summoned swords, and in this game, much like Dante's grapples, he can also use them in Demon and Angel mode to teleport himself to enemies or teleport enemies to him. For some reason, the Angel ones are currently deactivated, but I think they're about to wake back up. So yeah, there we go. Unlike with Dante, a lot of his kit doesn't get big tutorials per se. But then again, I believe at this point the devs also probably expected you to have played through the main game already.
Of course.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, one other thing anyone with eagle eyes will have recognized by now is that this is very much an asset reuse from the main game, since we are running.
Yeah,
around
this is
ruins
this is the mansion.
Yep, these are the mansion ruins, just darkened and reorganized a little bit.
I'm going to guess this DLC was made on a tight budget.
I don't know if tight budget's the right word, but
okay,
there's definitely a lot of
it was
asset.
rushed.
I wouldn't
Was it
presume
rushed?
that. I wouldn't presume that one either.
There. Oh,
We do have some actual
With.
new enemies in this DLC, though. This is one of them. The way that you fight him is you zap him with one of your swords, so that way he stays corporeal. And you just wail on him.
you know, given the wolf-like appearance of that thing, at first I thought this might be their equivalent to Beowulf.
No, this game doesn't have a Beowulf equivalent.
Fair enough. I haven't played this DLC, so I didn't know.
I mean, there's not really that many equivalents to like any of the bosses in the main game, in the main series anyway.
Well, true. It's just, you know, I figured since Vergil didn't have that much equipment, I figured they would at least have given him the Beowulf gauntlets and such for this, but...
Nope, like I said, all he gets is Yamato. You just get more moves for it with the transition between Angel and Demon mode.
I see. How very zero of him.
Right?
Speaking of, no. So yeah, you can see, for the most part, he already starts with a lot of moves unlocked, like his evasion tricks and things like that. Also, his glide moves already here. Now, one thing that Vergil has that Dante does not, and this is just across like all of the games, is Vergil has maneuvers that activate on the Y-axis as well. Dante tends to be a lot more horizontal. Vergil has things that let him move around vertically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will go ahead and actually unlock. Actually, no, I can't do that yet. I'm gonna wait for that to come out. We're just gonna hold off on the upgrades for now.
Right?
The summon swords have a lot of fun little toys you can play with.
You're dead.
Hi, Ava.
You're trapped here, just like me. But you can escape. You still have a chance. The light. Find the light and get out of here.
I thought you weren't supposed to go towards the light.
Okay.
Apparently, in this instance, light is okay.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't even make sense. If we're Vergil, we're supposed to bury the light.
God damn it.
Ignoring the fact that that song didn't come out for another, like, 5-6 years.
Screw you, let me have my joke.
No. Y'all shitbag on Sentai for his jokes. I ain't letting you have any fun. Fair's fair, fucker.
Exactly.
Oh, shut up, you one-word parrot.
So, let me ask you this, Crunch. Even and when this version of Vergil gets all of his like proper moves and such for play, how would you rate him in comparison to like how it is to play as Vergil in the other games? Like, would you say this is just as good or not as good as
Probably not as good, just simply due to the fact that the other ones do still have more maneuvers, but also as the games go on, they just absolutely cranked up the amount of drugs that they put those Vergils on.
I see.
Like, DmC 3 Vergil is decent to play as, but then DmC 4 Vergil just becomes utterly cracked once you actually learn how to use him, and then DmC 5 looked at DmC 4 Vergil and just said, hey, we're going to take you being on crack and then also put like 10 million other drugs on you.
Wow.
His move kit is, to say the least, ridiculous. One of the interesting things that Foxcade mentioned when he did a whole retrospective video just covering Vergil and the various DLCs is the fact that when it comes to the mainline games, Vergil basically is in like a common law marriage with all of his gear and equipment. So basically, the further in you get, the more refined his playstyles with those pieces of equipment are. Whereas like Dante hawks all of his gear at the end of every game. So a lot of them have like similarities to them, but they don't actually. But they still have like their own specialities and shit.
So Vergil, across every version of the version you play as, he keeps pretty much all of his equipment and shit.
Yes, he has Yamato, since that is, of course, his default. He then also has Beowulf, and he has Force Edge, or in the case of DmC 5, for reasons, a version of it.
Huh.
Going on this part. Oh, there it is. That was blending in the fucking background. mean, I will say this much: when this version of Vergil does have his full kit, he is still fun to mess around with and stuff. I do kind of wish that they had allowed you to play through the main storyline with him, like you can in like all the other games. But oh well.
I'm guessing maybe they didn't have the time or the resources to do that.
I don't know.
Speaking of, and this is actually relevant, apparently currently at the time of recording to date it, Ninja Theory has recently been sold off by Microsoft.
Yeah, I heard about that. So we'll see what ends up becoming of that.
I just hope that Ninja Theory goes and ends up at a nice home at least. Like, I'm at least glad that Double Fine is going indie now, so they won't have to bend to the whims of Microsoft anymore.
Yeah, that is weird.
Though people are a little bit concerned in regards to all the layoffs that Microsoft are doing. In particular, they're worried about the fate of that upcoming Blade video game that was announced.
Oh yeah.
And we don't know.
I forgot that was even a thing, to be honest.
Yeah. So we don't know for sure which any details regarding all of the layoffs and such that Microsoft are doing, but people are worried about the possibility that the studio doing work on the Blade game might get canned, which might result in that game being outright canceled.
Was there ever any like footage or gameplay of that thing released?
No. All we got was a trailer telling us that it was happening. So that honestly, I think that people are right to worry about that.
I mean, if there wasn't gameplay or nothing released, then
You're in
whatever.
danger.
Hey, Vergil. You're not going anywhere.
Damn, stabbed again.
How does it feel, brother? To be beaten again?
So how many levels does consist of this DLD consist of?
6.
Ah.
It is actually that short. Right. I don't remember when I get those. That's just kind of unfortunate. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade a couple things then. Yes, actually, because I've been trying to do those without forgetting I can't. Items. Why not?
Look at you.
Who are you?
You failed. Your father gave you everything. And now you have nothing. Everyone you care about, everyone you love, has turned their back on you. How does it feel? My heart. You can't change the past. But what would you do if you had another chance?
Bird.
Cat, you're still alive. Cat was useful.
Useful.
Cat saved my life.
Vergil, please.
Stay out of this!
And now we in the city.
Yep.
Vergil, stay back!
Cat.
Vergil! Help me, please!
Cat! I'm coming!
And now we've got our angel maneuvers back. And much like with the angel weapons that Dante has, these are designed to move fast and cover a lot of ground very quickly.
So crowd control, essentially.
Yep.
So Crunch, I'm going to guess that in terms of Vergils, you would basically say the DmC 5 Vergil is the best?
I mean, if you're talking about in terms of like gameplay mechanics and stuff, probably. The amount of shit that you can do with him.
Didn't they take the doppelganger thing from this game and give it to him in 5?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. They gave that to him as an ability in canon, and it's a nice little like wink, sort of like wink and nod to the like to the reboot, dude, even if it's not like a direct reference.
Yeah.
That's a nice little bit of acknowledgement.
Well, I'm pretty sure the guy that directs the mainline DmC saga, Itsuno, actually does like this game.
Really?
Well, that's good to know.
Nice.
Like, obviously he didn't work on it directly, but
Of course not, yeah.
But he didn't hate what was done on in regards to, you know, altering a few things from how they were in the original old timeline.
yeah, like I said, from what I understand from like the videos and stuff I've seen, I'm pretty sure he does not hate this game or anything like that.
That's nice, at least. It's always debilitating when you find out that the people, who originally made a property are basically absolute haters of an attempt to reboot it.
I mean, Itsuno's not even the original DmC guy, even, so.
True.
If I were the original DmC guy is Hideki Kamiya.
Who nowadays people are just realizing is just an asshole.
Only just now? He's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
I think people only recently started to realize that it wasn't charming anymore.
I mean, it used to be a whole meme of like, hey, did I get blocked by Hideki Kamiya? You know, on Twitter. Like, for what reason?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, if I recall that people really started to lose their patience with it when Bayonetta 3 was making the rounds.
Well, Bayonetta 3 is a bag of crazy cats, from what I understand.
Well, yeah, but so
Oh, right, I forgot.
I'm sure you know about the out the tumult behind that, right?
I legit don't remember. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Apparently, I just had to hit the right button. I was like,
Did you try to turn it?
Something.
Did you try turning it off, turning it back on again?
No, but I did that to your mom last night.
Funny.
Oh, that's some like the high bar area, isn't it? I will say, while a lot of his levels are just like asset reuses and stuff, I do actually like the way that they've done this. And also, they've very clearly made it a lot more hellish with all the lava flows and flames and
Yeah.
stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah, they have. Oh yeah, they definitely have.
And there's probably some stuff I missed out along that way, but whatevs. Hey, Chainsaw Boy, what's up?
Da 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 da. Controlling in Vergil seems like it'd be similar to controlling in Jetstream Sam from MGR. Is that an accurate assumption?
I mean, he's definitely a lot faster than Dante, I'll say that much. So, I guess in that regard, you can make that comparison. He does have a lot more of a refined play style, I will say. But that's also just, that's the way Vergil is. Just this version doesn't have the extra mechanic that the 4 version has, which leads into that way harder. Ow, damn it. I'm on my way.
Over here!
Who are you?
That is the other unique enemy for this DLC.
And I'm assuming we're going to learn his name once he shows back up.
You'd be correct on that, yes. Using these little winged bastards explosions against the other enemies is so entertaining.
It is very satisfying to do.
No, I do believe, as you can see, this section is falling apart. I do think you can actually, like, die if you let this whole thing go. I think. I'm not actually sure. It's been a while since I've done this DLC.
Probably best not to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't matter anyway. I gotta kill these fuckers before I can go through the portal. So, no, I guess not. It just gets... The arena just gets smaller the longer the fight goes. Yeah. Let's see. Can I buy anything else right now? Nope. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we have Yamato's angel attacks. A lot of his attacks actually have, like, charging mechanics on them, so, like with Rising Star, you can hold down the button to, do the attack.
So kind of like the overdrive with the Rebellion, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. I believe the Devil mode has its own, charging attacks. Ooh, definitely not ignoring that. We'll heal. Let's go. Now we have some used assets from the church section. Nope. Yeah, they really love throwing wisps at you for this.
Yeah. Also, speaking of tragedies, he's really hurts that less than 30 days after its release in theaters, Supergirl is being pushed to digital release. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely surprised. The amount of bad press and shit that movie's been getting. Hold on, just...
I mean, yes, it is understandable, but still, though, ouch, that has to hurt.
Yeah, that movie ain't making its budget back. I doubt even the international box office can save them.
I highly doubt that, sadly.
See, Hollywood, this is what happens when you punch out slop. People are not going to keep buying it.
More importantly, you don't shut up. You don't shut your actors up when they start talking too much shit.
Like I said, Al Cox just the Warner Brothers Ziegler now.
Warner Brothers what?
She's the Rachel Ziegler of Warner Brothers, releasing the DC sector.
That actually should right.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, that bitch who wouldn't shut up either. Little Miss.
Cat.
Weird.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. But you're dead. It's funny you had to die to understand humanity.
I rescued you from demons, remember? I gave you a home, a reason to live.
No, you used me and you betrayed me.
Everything you hate me for, it had to be done.
Really? You deceived us, Vergil. Me and your brother.
I mean,
Dante. Now that's a real man.
that's not
You're
wrong.
Weak.
No.
Almost pitiful. You'll never be half the man he is.
For dry red eyes, clear eyes is awesome.
I don't think I have enough for anything at the moment.
I'm sorry. Did that remove the tension of that scene?
Wow.
What the fuck?
I killed her.
And you are stronger now. Isn't that what you always wanted?
Power.
Absolute power, Vergil. You are a son of Sparta. Become the son of Sparta.
You know, because that's like the Vergil from the games everyone likes. He just wants power.
Welcome to hell, brother.
I don't have a brother anymore.
Cute. You know, I was the one running away, living in the slums. You enjoyed a comfortable life. Look who's on top now. You don't belong anywhere. Guess that's why you're here. Well, that and 'cause I killed you. I'm liking the new look. Fuck yeah.
Ow.
Hey, up here.
Can we talk about how, like, the writing for this DLC kinda fucking sucks?
Well, it's a short DLC. What were you expecting?
Well, not just that. It feels like the writing for like the forced heel turn with Vergil, like, somehow even worse here. Like,
all right, now we have our demon powers, which, as same with Dante's demon mode, Yamato now just hits really hard, but is also very slow.
that just doesn't seem right. Is that ever the case in the main games, or?
No. No, in the main games, Yamato is fast and,
So, would you say that it's a little bit awkward here?
not really. Kind of. It fits with the other themes with this game, so it's like I don't really see it as that much of an issue. Well, some of the moves it gets are cool, like that one. Fire!
Big stabby explosion.
So I just gotta find some way to deal with these guys. They're reusing the shielders.
One thing I'm always annoyed when it comes to these fuckers is the fact that you have to hit them with a heavy weapon, and then you can't just wail on them long enough until their shields break. Like,
I mean, technically there is a simpler way to get around them.
and that is.
Well, at least with the main game, if you grapple them with the demon grapple, it stuns them.
That is true, yeah.
Which is not something that you ever caught on to, so. As per usual, one of the easier ways of making things simpler, and you never caught on to it. I believe it's actually working here too, because I've been throwing the demon swords at them, and they've been kind of stunned for a second. Yep. So you can get around the shield, it's just easier to break it and get it out of the way entirely. Which you have to do with your heavy attacks. I think technically you can get through it. Yeah, you can get through it with your light attacks, it's just faster to do it with the demon weaponry.
You know you can't keep up with your big brother.
Eat a train.
You got a train to catch.
I hate public transport.
Really, that was kind of funny. It's not often, but this game does have a few good zingers here and there. get you. Can I hit back from here? No, I got to. Alright, never mind. I got over here. How many orbs do I have? Still not enough for another cross.
Almost. You're 50 souls short.
Give up, Vergil!
Oh! Okay. Wondering when that would show up. So, as you can see, we now have boxes underneath our health bar. That is actually the demon trigger meter. However, right now, it doesn't really do a whole lot. But what you can do with it is you can channel it into your summon swords to create that spinning aura around you.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it eats up like 4 blocks, but one thing that is really cool about it, though, is that if you are attempting to go for triple S-ing this game, or the DLCs rather, very useful, because them hitting things will just keep adding to your style meter. One downside is I think it eats up like 4 boxes, but it's still a nice thing to have. Also, right, I forgot, I turned off all the tutorials, so it's like, things are just activating without prompting. I was like, why is there no prompt for these? I'm like, right, I turned the tutorials off. Like, that'll do it. Hey, Tyrants, what up? What up, big guy? The only thing that does kind of suck is that Vergil does not have the Angel Demon Evade system that Dante has. I do kind of wish they'd given him that, but whatever. It's not really that big of a deal.
Gotcha.
Where did he go?
So since we're talking about
Stop running, Dante!
and red characters, Crunch, I'd love to hear what your early thoughts are regarding the new rider suits that were revealed recently.
Oh, cat and mouse ones.
Yeah.
Oh, they look pretty bad.
I like the mouse one specifically. It looks very unique compared to the others.
Well, I mean, we've had feline riders before. When was the last time we had a mouse? Oh, that's right, never.
True.
You're gonna pay for this!
I think it's also the unique shapes that we get with the mouse rider. Like, there's a lot more rounded edges and such like that, in comparison to like the normal sharper edges we get on a rider.
Yeah,
also
that's
cool that
true.
It's also cool that we're actually bringing back the wearing the belt strap on the chest as thing in a way.
Something tells me we're going to be having a lot of railroad wide. Fucking hell, that is a tongue twister and a half, and that should not be. But something tells me we're going to have a lot of Reira riders doing the chest strap thing.
Valid point.
Because we've seen that it works for Zets, so I imagine that's going to become more commonplace. Be it on either heroes or villains.
It is cool that we're at least bringing back the like common belt and rider belt sort of situation, and now it just means that we have 2 different ways a rider can wear a belt. I mean, yeah, it sucks that Zets no longer is the only rider that does that, but personally, I kind of like the fact that now we have the possibility of a rider who could wear a belt either on their waist or on their chest.
Well, but you know, as we all know, more opportunities for toy sales.
That too. Also, when it comes to the toy sales, when it comes to the gimmick this year, Crunch, can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Oh yeah, I saw that in like the little trailer thingy. You will give me an egg.
One of our friends used to use that as a catchphrase.
Oh yeah. Do. I heard that. Where are you? Oh, hold on. Can I actually jump around over there? Let's see. Maybe not. Oh wait, no, hold on. Duh, I'm doing it the wrong way. Haha! Excuse you. There we go.
Coward.
I'll say the one thing about this DLC that kind of sucks when trying to do, or just in general, I think, is there's not a lot of dialogue going on.
Yeah, that is a little bit irksome.
Well, because like all the main game levels, like you at least have Dante and Cat yapping or something. This is just Vergil running around on his own like a crazy person.
So, I have to ask this, Crunch. In terms of writing with the DLC here, what is your personal opinion on it? Do you think it's good or, like, bad? Like, I'm honestly curious.
I think it's about on par with the rest of the game, honestly.
I think an issue I have with the writing is it feels like it's trying to justify his abrupt heel turn at the end of the game, and by saying, "Oh, he was always like this," when, well, in some instances yes, but in most not really.
I got it. Ow.
Like, they claim that he's jealous of that he was always jealous of Dante, but no, that's not the case in the game as far as I saw.
The thing that you gotta understand about what's going on here is this is Vergil in Limbo by himself, basically being tormented, I guess, either by his inner voice or something pretending to be him. He's preying on his mental shortcomings and stuff. So
Maybe
you could
maybe
potentially argue that some of this is being slightly blown out of proportion.
True.
Then again, there is some of this that could also just be them trying a little too hard
to go.
line this back up to how Vergil was in the main game, which doesn't quite play out if it's if that's the intention.
Yeah. I mean, hell, for all we know, maybe this is supposed to be Mundus is basically trying to, you know, manipulate him. I mean, yeah, he's technically dead,
I was
but
gonna say, Mundus is
maybe
dead. That ain't happening.
Well, hey, who knows? Maybe the intention was was to build up to the sequel. Well, they have Mundus manipulate Vergil soul and basically have him be his pawn for the second game.
No, Mundus is just dead.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
So this is pretty much sloppy right.
Line, Dante, or are we all talked out?
I will say one unfortunate is that we don't get a Vergil versus Dante fight here.
Good.
Oh, come on! Serious?
No.
Really?
Please don't.
You don't need.
Why do you think you're staring at a cutscene right now?
True.
That is true. Fuck, man, that sucks. Like, you really couldn't have at least made a boss fight with Dante? Come on. Isn't that like one of the most iconic duels when it comes to the franchise?
I mean, yes, but also this isn't exactly out of the norm for this series either, all things considered. Let me see. Ah, here we go. I like leveling up the shooty swords. But no, the reason why I made that comment is that even in DmC 3, you don't actually get to fight Dante as Vergil.
Lame!
Yeah, no, instead what you end up doing is anytime Vergil... If you're playing as Vergil and you end up at one of the Vergil boss fights, they put a red coat on him. Just so you can tell the difference between your character and the AI Vergil.
His impulsiveness, how he followed his heart.
Uh,
The fandom has even gone so far as to nickname him as Vante.
Okay, that's funny.
And then even in DmC 4, technically you get to fight Dante as Vergil, but that's just simply due to the fact of the
That's because you actually do fight Dante as Nero in the story.
yes,
Right?
yeah, basically Dante is your tutorial.
From what I recall hearing, Dante is essentially your Vergil in DmC4 when it comes to main story gameplay.
Kinda, yeah. He's also a very rough fight in higher difficulties.
Really now?
Well, one of the Let's Players that I follow who used to do Devil May Cry content, one of her things that she would do is that she would play through all of them on the hardest difficulty possible. So she did Devil May Cry 1 and 2 on Dante Must Die mode. She did DmC 3 on very hard, but that's because Dante Must Die mode gets a little bit tedious in that game. However, she did the Vergil boss fights on Dante Must Die, so there's that at least. And then she also did the DmC 4 on Dante Must Die mode, which is an interesting trick to try and do for DmC 4, considering that game's configuration.
Right.
Well, the reason why I say that is because starting with DmC 4, you cannot start a fresh save file on whatever difficulty you want. In DmC 3, and I believe even with the earlier ones, once you've unlocked a difficulty level by clearing the level or the difficulty previous to it, you can start a fresh save file on whatever difficulty you have unlocked access to. Devil May Cry 4 does not let you do that.
Huh.
So in order to do a fresh save file on DmC 4 in Dante Must Die mode, you have to use it. If you're playing on the original version of the game on PC, you have to use a trainer program to do it. Or if you're playing, if you have the SE version and you pay like I think $2 or $3, you can buy a thing that unlocks all of the difficulty modes from the rip.
Gotcha.
And to say the least, Dante on a fresh save file on Dante Must Die mode, even for the tutorial starting level, is a pain in the crotch. Because it's Dante. Because he's built to fight with all of the gear and equipment and style changes that he has access to throughout the entire game. So essentially you are starting as a level 1 baby character versus a level 100 badass.
Huh. So,
Damn.
I'm curious, yes, Crunch. Have fans ever attempted to mod in actual boss fights with Dante for like DmC E3?
I'm sure someone's probably tried it. I don't know if the game's engine can handle that kind of thing, but I'm sure someone's probably tried it. Then again, thanks to DmC 5, you don't even really need to worry about that.
Right, because that's like one of the final bosses, right?
Yeah. That is literally the only game where you have a proper boss fight with Dante in terms of like it making story sense and not just being Vergil replaying someone else's levels. The now ironic downside of that is that we don't have a boss fight with Vergil versus Nero. Because Nero is a boss. Nero is a boss fighting character in DmC 5 would be fucking wild. Considering the amount of shit you can do with that guy. Like, I have no idea how they would have programmed that, but gosh dang, that would have been amazing to see them try it at least.
I mean, who knows? Maybe with the next game.
Considering the way DmC 5 ends, I'm highly doubting that, but that's also if, assuming Capcom actually wants to go back in there. We're already at like 7 years or something removed from DmC 5. Then we have not seen anything new from the franchise in a hot minute, unless you want to count that peak of combat game.
Yeah.
Oh dang. I should have went the other way. Oh well.
To be fair, there are rumors that they're remaking the first Devil May Cry, so who knows? Maybe that might get them interested in doing new shit with the franchise.
I'll believe that one when I see it. Remake rumors for things that have been floating around for years. I will believe that shit when I see it.
I mean, that was the same thread that basically said we were getting a remake of Code Veronica, so...
Like I said, believe it when I see it.
Fair enough.
You can wax positive on that one all you want. I will not buy that one till I see something announced.
Fair point.
Besides, honestly, at this point, the thing I really want is... I mean, a remake of 1 and 2 would be nice, just to, like, you know, modernize them, but really what I want to see is give us a Sparta game.
That'd actually be kind of interesting, yeah.
Ow. Yeah, I want to see what... Like, we know how his story ends, kind of, but I would still like to see, like, how did he get there? Because that's never been covered in really in any of the media, I don't think.
I mean, all I ask is if we're going to get a Sparta game, that we at least get a cool design for the guy.
Have you never seen what Sparta actually looks like?
Outside of the silhouettes and shit, no, not really.
I'm think his design looks cool enough as it is. I don't really need to go messing with that.
Let me Google this shit. Let's see here. Barda, Devil May Cry. Let's see here. Ooh. That actually pretty good, honestly.
Told ya.
I dig his like human form with the like aristocrat sort of design.
Yeah, I believe Dante gets access to that as one of his costumes in DMC 3.
I mean, if that's what his old man dressed, dude looks spiffy as fuck.
I mean, considering they had a big-ass mansion to live in, maybe the dude made some money while he was hanging out in the human realm. Doing what? Who knows, but clearly bro had some cash on him.
So, if we were to basically get a Sparta game, how quickly do you think it would go down? Do you think it would just be like a DMC style game but with Sparta as the main protagonist, or?
Probably, yeah.
So, besides Mundus, who do you think he would like fight?
Oh, that they would probably end up coming up with some like new characters or demons or something that were previously unknown. But then again, that would probably be because they were already fucking dead by the time the main game started.
I mean, okay, this might sound weird to suggest, but why not have one of the enemies you fight to be the White Rabbit?
Because that character shows up in one of the books for Dante to deal with, so
yeah,
no.
He's a manga exclusive character.
Are they canon?
Yes.
Oh,
they literally released a book story thing before DMC 5 came out to explain a few gaps that hadn't been covered yet. One of which being, I believe they explained how the hell Dante got out of hell after the end of DMC 2. Considering how weird that little plot line was. Oh, that is perfectly timed. Because for those who don't know, at the end of DMC 2, Dante is in hell. And up until the release of DMC 5, they basically kept pushing DMC 2 to the end of the timeline. So the timeline was like DMC 3, 1, anime, 4, 2. DMC 5 said, nah, fuck that shit.
Cause that ain't confusing at all.
Now, DMC 5 said, fuck that noise, and basically made the timeline, I think, 3, 1, 2, anime, 2, 4, and then 5. I don't know why you threw that over there, buddy.
As cool as it would be to see a Sparta game, I doubt that we'll see it anytime soon. Since as far as I know, there's like no real demand or anything for it, and it's from like anybody.
Yeah, well, also considering the fact that with the way that DMC 5 ended, the door is basically wide open for them to be experimental if they wanted to be.
That
honestly,
is true.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I mean, we know for a fact that they're going to do another DMC game. Nero's going to be the protagonist at this time for real.
Yeah, and I'm honestly not entirely sure how I feel about that one, all things considered.
Why not? Why is that?
Because while I like the character, the way his story concludes in 5 is kind of a fine ending place for it to be where it is. So it's like, I don't really know how you're going to keep pushing that one forward. And also, how many more friggin' villain styles are they going to, or types are they going to yank out of thin air to justify that one? Also, there's like the entire thing of like, okay, how exactly are they going to reset him after where he's at in 5? Because that's one thing about these games that's like, it's very interesting to try and figure out how they get around certain things, which include not limiting to how do you depower your character after he's already been boosted up in the previous game. For Dante, it's a case of, okay, they've established somewhere that all the demon weaponry and stuff that he gets, and yes, that requires
Hey, you! Leave her alone!
But it's established that Dante basically sells his shit whenever he's done with the mission. The only thing he ever keeps around is presumably the shotgun and, of course, his own sword. But any other demon gear he apparently hawks somewhere. I don't know where he's selling that
and
shit.
of course, there's ebony and ivory. Like, he keeps those usually, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Those are his guns. But like everything else he sells, so okay, you can like establish a baseline with that just by itself.
So, remind me, is this the last level or the next to last level?
This is like level 4. There's 2 more.
Yeah.
This is a very short DLC. This is all just gonna be one video. I thought maybe I could cut into like 3 level chunks, but these levels are so short, it's not even worth it. Now, prisoners are annoying. These are like probably the worst enemies in this DLC, just because of their fucking gimmick.
I can tell, especially with the fact that you're almost dead.
Yeah, well, so sweet.
Vergil, I'm so glad you're here. I thought I would never see you again. Vergil? Vergil? What's happened?
He's dead.
How?
It was me.
What?
I killed him.
You killed him? How could you? He was your brother.
He was your favorite. I could never be like him. Always waiting in his shadow, always second best. Well, not anymore.
I always loved you equally. You saved me from this to break my heart. Why? Look at me, Vergil.
I'm here to say goodbye.
What have you become? We gave you power, and you used it to kill. After everything we taught you.
Everything you taught me was wrong. All you gave me was power, nothing else.
I brought you into this world, gave you love. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Where's your heart?
You know, for as sloppy as the writing can be in this, this is still
Vergil!
miles better than how Vergil
Please!
treated it Eva in the Netflix DmC anime.
Don't leave
He says, having not seen it.
Vergil!
I shouldn't have to see it.
I mean, this version of Vergil, just in general, is better than anything the Netflix series punched out, so it's not exactly a high bar at this point.
True.
You've done it. How does it feel?
Power. I need more power.
He said the thing! He said the
You have something that belongs to me.
This is mine.
Then I'll take it.
Alright, boss fight. The one and only actual boss fight in this game. Or in this DLC. I think a Vergil mirror match is kind of a interesting thing to do for this, I will say that much.
Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!
Come on. No, you don't.
So, Crunch, I will let you know what the schedule is like when it comes to Thursday and Friday, and we'll see if we can at least we can at least do something on those days.
I thought you were just gonna be like completely unavailable.
Well, if you wanted to basically record something for like Crew of Chaos or whatever, I could be free for that, but in terms of me actually recording something, not gonna happen.
Yeah, we can figure out something. Also, now our hollow self has disappeared into the background. It's just attacking us from afar. I think that attack is probably the more annoying one to dodge, because you gotta get the timing on it. Alright, get back here, you bastard. Alright, I forgot I can just do this. No, that actually doesn't work. Never mind. Ow. Yeah, he does have your entire move kit, so he will throw you around if you're... I will admit, I have not fought this guy in a while, so this is basically just rust on me. So if I lose, whatever. I don't really... I ain't making a big deal out of it. Actually, do I have any heals? I do have a couple.
So, would you say this is more difficult than the boss fight you have with him in the main story?
Probably, and the only reason why I'll say that is just because, unless you spend the time replaying the other levels and like grinding and shit, you are still missing out on probably a bunch of your kit and whatnot. But
good point.
no, because like with Dante and the other one, you still have like a lot more options to mess around with just in general. I don't know, it's kind of weird to think about just because like on the one hand he does this shit, which, you know, this kind of phased boss fight's sort of annoying, but at the same time though it's like he still hits like a tank if you can't read him.
Well, you've almost got him. And this is only the 5th level?
Yeah, this is level 5.
What the hell you do for the final level then?
I mean, you'll find out in like a couple of minutes, now won't you?
Question: do you have to assume Devil Trigger mode to finish him off too?
No. That was just a Dante thing. Because that was symbolic.
We're one and the same.
I am thou art I.
Yeah.
Vergil.
Thank you.
Mine now.
And I'm assuming this is how we get Devil Trigger.
You deceived us, Vergil. Me and your brother.
You don't belong anywhere.
What have you become? Where's your heart?
Explosion!
Hold on. This actually works here. What the f— Wish I had timed that earlier.
Yeah, but oh well.
I've been here before. This time, it'll be different.
Hey, look, guys, he slicked his hair back. It's just like the Vergil we all know and love, right?
Yeah.
No, you look great. You look great, really.
God.
You know what he looks like to me?
What?
He looks like Jack Frost from the Santa Claus Vlog 3.
Also, no.
Yeah, I can see it.
He doesn't get his Devil Trigger, he just gets the Doppelganger back.
Here.
Yeah, no, he doesn't actually get like a proper Devil Trigger in this one, he just gets Doppelganger.
Yeah. Behold, the true form of Vergil. I am not sorry.
So one thing worth noting about the Doppelganger actually is that the way that it works is it summons an extra fighter on the board and he will act independently of himself, of you more or less. But you can, once the game actually allows you to do it, you can actually control him a little bit. So you can actually have him set to act in one of 3 modes. So you can actually have him acting in Demon mode, in Angel mode, or in just normal mode. So that will modify his moveset. But other than that, yeah, it's just an extra body that runs around. And unlike in other games, you don't get a co-op Easter egg out of it.
I've had enough of this place.
I'm trying to remember
Still, though,
how you actually said it.
Oh,
But
still though, I'm sorry. Vergil like this looks fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I get it's supposed to be referencing like main game Vergil, but it just looks goofy here. Looks less like he's embraced his power and more like he's doped up on a shit ton of coke.
yeah, that's not gonna work for me. My that's already set.
Like,
Yeah, shit.
like, what do you think, Crunch?
No, it's definitely goofy, but I mean, considering this game, it kind of fits in the tone, I guess. I don't hate it, but it's definitely silly.
Oh, I don't hate it. I just think it's funny. Like, again, it doesn't even look like he's like embraced like inner power. It looks like he just took a shit ton of coke. Oh, earlier, like. This is the Vergil that actually is on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need drugged up Vergil to go to face his greatest opponent. Souffle!
Oh my gosh.
Let it come up.
And the funny thing is, the Snowflake actually has appeared in recent animated content in Harley Quinn.
He has, yeah.
No, I mean, you want to talk about a show on drugs, fucking Harley Quinn.
I mean, that is fair. That is very fair. But, by the way, Crunch, I don't know if you've seen like clips from that show, but you see how Bane is supposed to sound like, right?
What, like a freaking Mexican luchador, or like a dude with a cup over his mouth?
No. Like he's supposed to sound like Tom Hardy. I actually can do a really good impression of the Harley Quinn Bane.
I mean, if he's supposed to sound like the Tom Hardy Bane, anyone can do that. So let's shove a cup over your mouth.
Well, I don't even need to do that because he sounds like this.
Oh my gosh, folks, we have recorded evidence DL has a talent. He sounds like a fucking roided out Mexican.
I mean, if you want time out impressions, I can do a pretty decent Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah, we can do Christopher Walken and just talk like a goofball. Christopher Walken's not exactly that difficult.
I'm insulted that you take my talent for granted.
I'm still impressed you have any to begin with.
Shut the fuck up, little man.
Oh, there's a comment I could make, but I'm keeping that to myself. Hey, look, fire. Now, the combat in the tiny arena.
So, back on the subject of Devil May Cry, has Sparta ever been given an actual voice in any of the games?
I don't believe so. As far as I'm aware, I don't think so. I know he's not really a factor in like DMC 2 or anything like that. DMC 1 has a little like prologue video, which is basically just like does the whole oh, he awoke to justice, blah blah blah, but there's like someone narrating it, so I don't know if that's supposed to be him or if that's just, you know, a narrator. And then in 4 and 5, even 3, yeah, there's no voice for him. So as far as I'm aware, I don't think he has a voice. Hell, I don't even think the Netflix show gave him a voice. Dude's on screen, but he doesn't say anything, if I remember correctly. Oh, hey, look, it's a rage. Oh, hey, look, it was a rage. Like I said, you want high scores, just once you have all the collectibles, just play through the levels with this and never turn off those spiral swords. Not getting hit also helps. That is one thing about these games. It's like, if you want high style ratings, just don't get hit. Because getting hit knocks your style rating down by like 2 whole levels, so. Don't get hit and alter your moveset, and then in the case of this guy, keep those swords running. Because all of the damage output just adds to your style rank. Speaking of. Hey, look, more rages. Yeah, that's right, you get pissy. And now you're dead. I cast fireball, make it go boom. Yeah, it's kind of hoping to see something else over here, but whatever.
You were hoping for a health cross.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Is there anything over here? There is, actually, speaking of.
Well, what do you know? Your wish has been granted?
Yeah, but I don't have... Yeah, that's what I thought. Only don't have enough pieces for a full one to get a heal off of that, but whatever. Alright, then can I get back around the ledge, please? Not what I meant to do.
Oh, no!
Oh, well, whatever. My one death in the grand total of about an hour and 30 minutes of gameplay.
Here's another cross.
Yeah, this section is just kind of meant to just be a mad dash area. Where are you aiming, sir? This section is thankfully stable, so we can cut loose, kick some ass. Wait. There we go.
So, Crunch, I have to ask this.
Oh.
Did you ever play any of the PlayStation 3 Spider-Man games, like Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions or such?
Nope.
Well, someone recently released a port for the PC. So, if you ever wanted to try that game out along with Web of Shadows, now you can.
Didn't those games already have PC ports?
Well, yeah, but they're pretty much out of of print, and they don't work on like modern PCs.
Yeah, they've been
sadly.
delisted.
Well, I figured they'd been delisted because of Activision losing the licensing and such. But I was like, I'm pretty sure those have PC ports.
Well, when it comes to Web of Shadows, those I believe the PC port of that doesn't work on more modern PCs due to the outdated hardware.
I mean, the outdated software.
Yeah, but that you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I know. That's a problem with a lot of older games, is that more modern hardware, unless you update them to operate on it, they tend to have issues. Because I know a lot of like older games rely on your CPU running at certain speeds, and nowadays CPUs run way too fast, so things end up acting goofy.
Yeah.
That's why things like the Windows, I forget what they're called, but it's like Windows emulators where it just emulates an older version of the OS.
I mean, I'm just glad that I have a way to be able to play Shattered Dimensions again. I love that game.
That's the one with the 4 different Spideys, right?
Yep, that's the one. Where every voice actor for Spidey in the game is a past Spider-Man VA. Which I find especially cool. I mean, this game was the first time ever that Dan Gilvezan, the voice of the like original cartoon Spidey, got to reprise his role for. Oh no! Wait, hold on! No wait. He was an Amazing Friend. My bad.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Original 60s was.
Oh dear! Now you got to deal with these fuckers again.
I think there's only one of them, but yeah.
I thought there were 2.
No, maybe the other one spawned in off screen where I couldn't see him.
Yes, 60s Peter. That's Hermie the Elf.
Wait, what?
Yeah!
Ow.
You're kidding me. The original Spider-Man is voiced by Hermie the Misfit Elf.
Yes. Also, late great Paul Soul.
Oh, holy shit. I never knew that. Oh, shit.
Into the void. Right, that attack. It's a pain in the ass to get through.
Yeah, honestly, it is a Spider-Man game I do recommend like trying out. It's not as good as like the more recent Spider-Man games, but for its time, it was a pretty good game in of itself.
That's the only Spider-Man game I've ever really played. No, there's 2 of them. There was the 2001 that came out was on like PlayStation, Dreamcast, and PC, and then there was the Ultimate Spider-Man on DS.
Oh, that was the one that was that was somewhat based off the '90s series.
Yeah, that one. The one that they gave away a 12-level demo for as a promotional item for the first Maguire movie. I still have that disc.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, when they were doing promo work for the Maguire movie, Kellogg's had a box offer for get a demo for a Spider-Man game, and then it came with a 12-level demo for that game on PC, plus some like bonus stuff relating to the actual movie.
Father.
Which hilariously also included a trailer for the movie game that was actually based on that film, which I believe was actually built off the back of the 2000 Spider-Man, because it controls very similarly. I did try to play that one on PC, but I didn't really get very far. Bow to me, bitches.
Bow to me in my inflamed eyes. For God's sake, somebody get me some fucking eye drops!
Yeah.
And that's how it ends.
Nice.
So clearly what they were building up towards is Vergil storming back into the human world with a demon army under his control, and I guess Dante and Kat would be having to fight against that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. And maybe it's a case of a war between demon and humans, pretty much, but with more than just Dante and Kat. And
Probably.
actually trying to stop the shit.
I'm sure they probably would have expanded on that. They probably would have had like a rebuilt order or something like that. Like, there's a whole line of things you could do with that, but we'll never get that one, unfortunately.
So let me ask this, as Crunch. Do you think this DLC was worth actually being made? Do you think it's required for people who basically play through this specific game, or do you feel it's something that could have been left on the table?
So it's kind of That's an interesting question, because like I think the base game by itself can stand without this as an add-on, because this is Vergil diving deeper into madness and all that, and clearly sequel baiting for a game we're never going to get. So like, if you look at it that way, technically you don't really need it per se. I think they only sold this for like $5, so you didn't really spend a whole lot for this one anyway. And then if you play the definitive edition, it just comes with it, so it's like whatever. But also it's just funny because, you know, every DmC game, at least 3 onwards, gives you the chance to play as Vergil, and this is your chance to play as him. So if you're looking for Vergil gameplay, then yeah, it'd be considered a necessity. It's extremely short, so if you want to play with his toolbox and stuff, you're doing a lot of rerunning through these levels, which I mean you're going to do anyway if you're a diehard DmC player. That's one thing that diehards will do, is we will run these levels over and over again on every difficulty possible because we can.
Right.
That's how you get the hours out of these games.
Right.
Hey.
But if we're talking like newcomers to DmC and such,
I mean, if you're if you're a brand newcomer, then I wouldn't say it's necessary, because again, it's going for it's sequel baiting for something we're never gonna get, and we literally killed it in under 2 hours. But I mean, you can still get your fun out of it if you want to. Again, it's only $5 if you're buying it on PC by itself, or if you're buying the definitive edition, it comes with it. So it's like, I mean, this game goes on sale like all the damn time anyway, so it's not exactly like you lose much either.
Gotcha. Just figured I'd ask.
It is sad that we.
I'm guessing this. You can't really skip the credits.
No, I can't. I was just letting them run. Well, there's not really anything in there, so it's like whatever. Yeah, now you unlock Son of Sparta mode, and then I don't think he has it in this version, but I know in Definitive Edition they actually gave him the outfit for Vergil from DmC 3, which is a very interesting thing to be looking at when you're playing this game, to say the least.
Understandable.
Alright, he doesn't have that function here. So one thing which the Definitive Edition also did add, which if you have that on any of the platforms it's available for, you can take Vergil into the Bloody Palace mode. This version does not have that, unfortunately. Bloody Palace is locked for Dante, as far as I'm aware. You actually have to load up Dante's save file to get to that. Let me just double check, actually. Yeah, it's just that. But I believe you can do that on the Definitive Edition if you have that, which I do. I own this on basically every platform I have available. Because I have it on 360, even though I can't really play that version since our 360 died. I have it here, and I've got it on Xbox One/Series X, because I have Definitive. So yes, I do like this game, folks, in case that wasn't obvious. But yeah, with that...
I enjoyed my time.
What'd you say?
I mean, I enjoyed my time with it, like I said before.
I mean, it's very much Baby's first DMC, and you are Baby, so...
Anyway, speaking of DMC, when next we enter DMC, I will be starting my run-through of Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening.
And I'll be in the back with popcorn, keeping a death count.
You are not actually going to be keeping a death count.
Try me, motherfucker. You forgot what I posted on the channel involving the MGR videos. I will happily re-download your recording, throw it in the editor, and throw a death counter on it. Don't test me. I will do it. Shit posting is my power, motherfucker.
I need more shit posting power.
God damn it.
Anyway,
Well, see, the other thing is, of course, is that shitposting actually requires something known as effort. I'll stick clown music on you too, for the hell of it.
Okay, alright, you've made your point.
This is why my show is called Chaos.
Anyway, but that's gonna do it for this recording, folks. We will see you all next time for the start of DMC 3.
Start the countdown for how many months it's going to take, and go!